Hey there guys, this is Purple Ninja Link, and welcome back to the Terraria fishing run. Last time, I defeated the Destroyer in a move that surprised everyone. Also, we're out of NPCs. Henry's the only one left. But, this time, first off, I have to make something right. And for that, I'm gonna do a little bit of fishing. So, this whole time I have been under the assumption that sonar potions are the most useless thing. And they are if you're going to pull up everything. But I'll just observe. See, the critical thing that I didn't take into account is that I could just not. You don't have to fish up everything. So if something I don't like is on the hook, I can ignore it and then wait for something better. And knowing that, these things are actually really useful. So, given that I've been running an entire series of Terraria videos based around fishing, I figured I should correct that. My bad. I mean, since I'm not using a fishing potion, the things that I'm gonna catch are still kind of bad, but that's fine. Okay, I feel like the point has been made. So, what we need to do is we need to try to get more life. And we've wandered around the jungle a good bit. And just generally underground. I think what I want to do is go to the underground desert area, which I believe should be off this way. And maybe find a few life crystals there. I only need 4, and then I'll be at max life, which will help immensely. It also stands to be said that there are some really annoying enemies here. So, I have a valid reason for not having come here before. No, I should have brought a Spelunker potion. And I very well might just... Actually, since I'm so close to the surface, I should go up and grab one before I keep going. That'll make it much easier for me to find anything of use. The underground desert is full of things that are big and scary. And also things that are small and scary. Really, the common thing here is that things are scary. In case anyone was wondering. Oh cool, a Gills potion. Alright, drop off a couple of things. Sell the arms dealer a fish. And pick up some potions. I should probably be closer to full health, but I don't care. Unfortunately, I don't have a metal detector, which would allow me to get a notification of nearby things, be it ore, treasure chests, or heart crystals, and heck yes, a magic mirror. It's really sad that it took until now to get a magic mirror, but at least I've got one. So that was a weird mud block. One of the nice things about the frost armor, because of the frost effect it gives, is that melee weapons glow. Which means that I can get light just from swinging my pickaxe. I don't need much of anything from here. Take the hunter potion though. And the dynamite. I always find hunter potions useful for boss fights where bosses move around a lot. Because it gives a better way of keeping track of them. Unfortunately, it seems my internet is still determined to be made of potato salad. So, the stream itself isn't going through all that well. But, oh look, another one. Of course, now that I find one, I find like 7. Is this Hallow? I mean, there's definitely marble here. Maybe it's just marble. Crud. Yeah, I guess this is just marble. And then that goes into normal cave. But hey, we've gotten 2 out of the 4 life crystals we need, which is great. I don't know how priority is calculated where it comes to NPCs spawning. Because clearly you've seen that there are NPCs respawning now that it's daytime and there's not a boss threatening to murder everyone. I bring this up because I've got no idea when we're going to get the angler back. Oh, now we've got granite. And another life crystal. And hallow. And this is connecting with where we've been. Oh! Well, hello there. So that was a hallowed mimic. Hallowed mimics are significant creatures. They drop a whole list of things that are really good. And pretty much all of those things, they are the only way to get them. So it would have been good for me to have killed that, but I was not prepared. I noticed it and then kind of walked onto its face. In case you're wondering, walking on something's face is not the best way to ensure that you are prepared to fight it. Anyway, what is also of note is that it was sitting on a life crystal. So, if we go back down there, we can find the last life crystal we need. So of course I'm going back down there. Oh great, it's a sandstorm. Sandstorms are determined to never happen when I want them to. Because the thing is, sandstorms can get you ancient armor, which is a parallel to the frost armor. But with rain, well, with getting the frost armor, you can tell. Because you can tell when the frost armor is going to be available because it snows at the same time that it rains everywhere else. And that's not the case for a sandstorm. You pretty much have to go check the desert at any given time to know whether or not there's a sandstorm. And to my knowledge, nothing will tell you. Anyway. I think I'm gonna give this a shot. Fighting the next boss, that is. Where did that hunter potion go? Oh, it must have gotten quick stacked. I don't really need it, but here's this, and here's that. I don't think I've got any summoning items, though. Okay, so, the twins. I forgot to get my special bullets. Oh well. So, where the destroyer was a parallel to the Eater of Worlds, the twins are a parallel to the Eye of Cthulhu, as you could probably guess. They're tricky because there are two of them. So you've got two targets with different types of attacks. Spasmatism, the green one, shoots Cursed Flame. And Retinazer, the red one, shoots lasers. So, you may also notice that, in general, Spasmatism tries to stay closer to me. While Retinazer kind of stays distant. That's a key part to how they work, and that'll become more clear a little bit later in the fight. Oh, speaking of a little bit later. So, just like the Eye of Cthulhu, once they get down to half health, the twins change form. Spasmatism becomes much more aggressive and melee-oriented, and now switches between doing a charge attack like the Eye of Cthulhu and using this nice little cursed flamethrower. And that flamethrower does a lot of damage. It's not something you want to get hit by. Not that getting charged by a giant mechanical eyeball is gonna... Well, a giant mechanical eyeball with teeth is gonna hurt less. And I will note here that, yeah, these two are mechanical. Once they change forms, they start making metal damage noises. It looks like I just took out Spasmatism, which is good. And now Retinazer's changed forms. And Retinazer is pretty content to just kind of hover. He'll hover around you and shoot laser after laser. And he'll follow that up. He'll shoot faster as he gets lower on health, and then follow that with a burst of lasers that gets more laser heavy the further into the fight you get. But that does that. That was the twins. Once again, I am surprised that I managed to beat them. Because frankly, I find the twins to be the hardest. Well, I guess I don't really know how I would stack them up against the next one. But they're tricky, for sure. Alright, so last time we got Souls of Might from the Destroyer. We can use those to make something really good. And I just scrolled past to the weapon recipe for it, but in order to buy it, we need to talk with the arms dealer. We need to buy this. Illegal gun parts. Illegal gun parts means that these gun parts are not allowed places, which means that they make things that are good and they don't want us to have them. So of course we're going to make them anyway, because that's how we work. So with the mini shark, illegal gun parts, 5 shark fins, and 20 souls of might, we can make an awkward mega shark. Well, that wasn't quite what I was hoping for, but so the mega shark, it's, I mean, as the tooltip states, it's the mini shark's older brother. It's moving a little slow because it's awkward, but once it gets a little more comfortable, don't worry, it'll be fine. And now Souls of Sight, which are what we just got from the twins, are used for more magic stuff. I don't really have a whole lot of need for the magic things. However, an optic staff wouldn't hurt. That does take 12 hallowed bars. This takes a total of 54 to make the armor. So I'm going to hold off on making anything that requires hallowed bars, because I want to be able to get the armor. But we now have 2 of the mechanical bosses down. Which is excellent, actually. What we want to do today is make sure we're stocked up on potions, and make sure make sure we're stocked up on potions and that we've got everything else that we need to fight the next boss. What I want to do now, before we really get started with anything else, is go to hell. There's a method to my madness, I promise. So we're gonna go down this way. And we're gonna run into some cobwebs, and I'm gonna shoot the cobwebs. Now what would be great is if the goblin would respawn during the day. Hopefully he will. Because I'd like to reforge this Mega Shark. But what I want to do is get a couple... Well, I want to try to get something that the Wall of Flesh drops. Because if I'm able to get that, it could be really useful. After I've defeated the next boss. I mean, depending on what it is, it could be useful before, too. Oh. So that's a tortured soul. That is significant, but I can't do anything with it right now, so I'm just gonna shoot it. Oh dear. Hell's gotten a little angrier since we were last here. It's filled with angry vacuum cleaners. But the tortured soul has the potential to become an NPC. However, it can only do so if you use purification powder on it, and I don't have any. So, that's about where we stand on that. The Wall of Flesh pretty much stands no chance anymore. It's a big, disgusting bullet sponge at this point. That's a clockwork assault rifle. Alright. Okay, really? The bunny's a little bit poor at mobility. But what I need is any of the emblems that the wall can drop. It would be particularly useful if I happened to get the Ranger emblem. But any of them will do for the longer-term purpose of it. You may have seen, when I was looking at the crafting recipes, that I could get an item called the Avenger Emblem. Wow, that just sealed... Oh, sweet, the Ranger Emblem. conceal the lava bat in the box. That's kind of funny. So... oh. Bother. These things do a lot of damage, as you probably noticed. They can drop the attack that they're using as a magic weapon, just like the regular demons can. But they've got some of the highest attack out of non-boss enemies in the game. They're a little scary. So anyway, we're going to teleport back up, and then I'm going to go over the Ranger Emblem. It's a pretty simple item. It's a 15% increase in ranged damage. But I can craft that into an Avenger Emblem, which is 12% increased damage in general. And that Avenger Emblem can be crafted into other things, but I'm not really going to have time for that. So we're going to put this stuff away. Quick stack some other stuff. Put the blocks in the chest of the blocks. Where's the blocks? There's the blocks. The Sharkron balloon can go in the accessories. Then we can put this back in its summoning chest. Now, I think I need more Souls of Night to make the item that can summon the last of the 3 mechanical bosses. Let me double check. You there, Tanner. I need at least one more Soul of Night. Typical. Alright, so we're gonna go hunt some souls. It's probably pretty easy to guess that the last of the bosses that we're gonna be fighting is a mechanical variant of the of Skeletron. Known as Skeletron Prime. I'll go more into the details of the fight once we're actually fighting him. But he is no slouch. Certainly dies a lot less easily than his namesake, though I suppose my only knowledge of the Transformers comes from the, 80s animated movie. So, maybe take that part with a grain of salt, I don't know. I haven't seen any of the Michael Bay ones. I just know they involve explosions, because everything with Michael Bay does. Anyway. We've gotten a few Souls of Night. We also got vitamins, and I don't remember if I've gone over those before. I don't remember if I had some. they prevent the weakness debuff. Where are you going? Alright. They prevent the weakness debuff, and they can also be combined with a bunch of other things to make an even better thing. They're definitely useful, and they're one of the more annoying of the items to try to get, since you can only actually get them in either Underground Corruption or Crimson. And everything likes to kill you here. Anyway. If we get 2 more Souls of Night, then we'll have enough to make 4 of the mechanical skulls. And while I'm not going to make any assumptions as to them going poorly, I'm also not going to make any assumptions as to that fight going well. The twins are definitely my least favorite out of the mechanical bosses, but Skeletron Prime hits hard. Should probably head up there at this point. Didn't quite get all of the ones that I was hoping to, and I don't believe we've gotten a goblin again. Which sucks. Do I have bones? I do have bones. I have plenty of bones. Oops. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and make 2. Just in case. Beyond that, I need to put away these vitamins. Actually, oh sweet. We have a Goblin Tinkerer now. I can combine that into armor bracing, which is one of those compact accessories that I mentioned. Where's the goblin? There you are. Hello. Powerful, keen, hurtful, broken. Unreal, yes. Okay. Unreal is the best option for the Mega Shark. It gives the most bonuses. At least as far as I'm aware. Maybe take that with a grain of salt, since I never use guns. Anyway, gonna grab some potions. Gonna try to find all the potions. I think those are the ones I'm gonna be able to use. May as well grab a Night Owl potion just to be safe. Pick up these buffs I'm not gonna use. Pick up the bullets that I didn't pick up last time. Let's do this. So Skeletron Prime has 4 arms. And each one of those arms has a health bar and does different things. Granted, 2 of those arms are just really good at running into you. So, there's the prime vice, the prime saw, the prime cannon, and the prime laser. In addition to his very angry face. The saw and the vice just kind of run into you. They're, what you'd expect. The cannon throws bombs, which aren't a huge threat if you're staying in the air. Because I'm pretty sure that those bombs only explode on contact with the ground. The laser makes him just like the other mechanical bosses in that he has a laser. And then there's his face. His face is a very unhappy face. I just got rid of the prime laser, which is good. When he roars and spins, his face gets all spiky, and that makes you sad, and also does way more damage. So look out for that. When it turns to day, if you haven't killed him yet, the other two mechanical bosses just leave at that point. Skeletron Prime pretty much just becomes an insta-kill during the day. His defense skyrockets, his damage skyrockets. It's a little scary. So earlier I switched to using the crystal bullets, because their spread means that they pretty much immediately hit whatever I just hit, or otherwise hit one of his other parts. So it's kind of a way to stack damage there. The prime cannon is almost gone. There we go. Which leaves us with the head and the vice. If I could hit, that'd be great. Nearly flew right into his angry face. The fight does get a bit... if memory serves, once all of his arms are destroyed, he gets a little more aggressive. But I don't recall. I'm also pretty sure that lowers his defense. But we've almost got him. There we go. And now, as you can see, the jungle is even angrier than it was before. Jungle 2, jungle harder. But that gave us 30 hallowed bars. Which is significant because that means that we can now make hallowed armor. So that'll give us a total of 35 defense from the armor, which is actually less than what we got from the frost armor. And the set bonus is a 25% chance not to use ammo. It also gives us a total of 22% increased ranged damage, 8% movement speed, and 15% increased critical chance. So the damage increase and the critical increase are greater than the frost armor, but the defense is significantly lower. So I think what I'm actually going to do is just leave the frost armor on. I'll keep the hallowed armor around, but I'm going to stick with the frost armor for now. We also... I need to go out and get the souls that he dropped. Souls of Fright. There are some interesting things you can make with the Souls of Fright. For one thing, you can make a frickin' flamethrower. The flamethrower is alright. It's a fun weapon for sure. It's a flamethrower, what else do you expect? But... we can also... Actually, I think... time of day doesn't matter for the next boss. But... well, so... we don't have to immediately go over there or specifically wait another day. I'd kind of like to make an optic staff, but I'd need a black lens from the eyes first, and I don't have one of those. So, what I think I'm gonna do is kind of put stuff away, and then go back down and fight the wall to get another emblem. Because what's really great about the Avenger and other emblems is that they stack. Which means that if I get the Avenger emblem, I can swap the frog leg for it, and then I'll get a, like, 27% increase in my damage. I need to remember the voodoo dolls. That's an important part. Need to not forget that. Going down now. It is actually... it's actually very possible that this could be the last Terraria stream. It all depends on how I do against the next boss. Because I will say again, I've fought the next boss once. And it was with endgame equipment. I don't have endgame equipment. So, we'll see how it goes. Rude. Another voodoo doll, that'll help. I should consider reforging my Onyx Blaster. That would help with damage output. Yeah, the thing that makes the Onyx Blaster somewhat preferable over the Mega Shark is that it does a burst of damage. I just shot at my fish. It does a burst of damage, but the The Mega Shark does damage quite a bit faster. It just demands a little bit more accuracy. That is Breaker Blade. So for something like Skeletron Prime, the Onyx Blaster was, in general, a better choice, because the burst can cover a wider range, so I don't have to be quite as accurate. Did I miss? Oh, no, the guide hasn't respawned yet. Oops. Well, so much for that, spare doll being helpful. Oh well, we'll get another. We've got a bit of time. Eep. Oh good, there's a guide. Now we just need a doll. Yes, oh good, there's a guide. Let's kill him. Immediately. Yay. Sorry, tortured soul. Yeah, the NPC that the tortured soul turns into is actually pretty useful. He turns into a tax collector. He's basically Ebenezer Scrooge. And he will gradually collect taxes from the other NPCs, which you can collect from him. So he'll hold up to 10 gold at a time. It's not a fast means of making money, but it's a way. Oh cool, Soul of Night. The thing is, there's other stuff that I could be doing. But it's not like I'm gonna happen to run across a guide voodoo doll outside of hell. So if I'm gonna get both of the emblems that I'm wanting, I'm gonna have to do it like this at some point. Alright, well, if I get back to the elevator, I'll just head up, but maybe I'll get a demon on the way over. There is something I should note in the statement that the jungle grows restless. It is now possible for an item called a life fruit to spawn. Life fruit, as you may guess, increases your maximum health. It can only increase it by 5 at a time, but it'll turn each of these, each of the red life hearts I've got to gold life hearts that represent 25 health instead of 20. So it's a slow increase, but it can lead to you having 500 health instead of 400. And that's significant. I'm not going to take all the time that it would take for me to get max health. That would be kind of nuts. But anyway, we need to make potions. Greetings, Jeffrey, the guide I didn't kill. No, I don't want to make a gender change potion. Alright, for an iron skin potion, we just need Daybloom and iron ore. Which is slightly easier said than done, since I have exactly 1 Daybloom. And the brewing station didn't help. Oh well. I've got 1. Now, what other potions should I see about? The Titan potion increases knockback, which isn't really going to be useful for us. The Wrath potion could be useful, but it requires a fish that we can't get. We could make a Rage potion. That could be pretty useful. A Rage potion, Endurance potion, and Life Force potion would all be good. And ammo reservation. Let me see which of those fish I've got. Well, I've got the cave fish and the hemopiranha. And I've got a fair bit of blink root at this point. And I've got a little bit of deathweed. Alright, some rage potions, some endurance potions. Endurance potions are kind of nice, different take on the iron skin. rather than increasing your defense flat out, it just reduces the damage you take by 10%, which is pretty cool. Now, remind me how I make a life force potion. That's a love potion, I don't need that. Prismite in all of the blue. How much blue do I have? I have a decent bit of blue, but I have no prismite. Do I have... I should go see if this counts as a hallowed fishing area. And I should grab a sonar potion and a fishing potion. Because now I know that sonar potions are actually really useful. Yeah, that'll require me to go this way. It also wouldn't hurt for me to go fishing a little bit in the frost biome to get double cod. I know what that sounds like, but it has nothing to do with a 2-pack of Call of Duty games. I can assure you. Yeah, this looks like it should work. I don't need more armor cave fish. A chaos fish wouldn't hurt. Do not need a frog leg. Definitely don't need a bass. Specular fish are cool, but I don't need those either. Oh, right. I'll take a crate. Then I will unleash righteous vengeance upon all who stand down that way. Hey, one of the things that stood down that way was a mimic. Cool. What? Oh. Fishing here kind of sucks. Not gonna lie about that. Ooh. The Crystal Serpent is a pretty cool magic weapon. I don't think I've gotten one yet in this game. But if I have, I apologize. So I'm going to be taking a lot more damage now, but It's damage with purpose. I really need a prismite. If I can get 1 or 2 prismite. Okay. I'm going to knock this gold out of the way and get rid of it. Shoot everything again. And then I need to take another sonar potion. That should make this a better fishing area. Hopefully. I still can't believe that it never occurred to me to consider the... But what if don't pick the things you don't want? It actually kind of amazes me that that never occurred to me. There's a prismite. Now if I can just get 1 more of those. Exactly 1. Exactly 1. Please. Getting real tired of playing jump rope with this granite elemental. I won't say no to a chaos fish. Alright, if it hits 3 a.m. in-game... Ooh. Actually, I'll just go until this sonar potion has worn off. That's a good stopping point. It's also a stopping point that makes sense. Which is good. I don't think I'm gonna get another prismite. Hey, look! As soon as I said it. Alright. Back up to the surface. Quick stack some things. Open some boxes. Quick stack some things again. Open this box. So many quick stacking. Oh, I don't have any of that ore. Alright. So the Crystal Serpent does this. It's kind of cool. Not going to be super useful for my purposes, though. I guess I may as well equip it instead of the magic dagger. You can have the Tsunami in a bottle. And the Titan Glove. I don't need either of them. The Titan Glove just increases knockback. It's for melee weapons. I am going to put the Sharkron balloon in place instead of the frog leg. I should equip my armor. And then I don't really need the princess or chaos fish. I can pull this out. And get 4 life force potions for the price of 2. At least the price of 2 in terms of prismite. Which was the limiting variable. Now I'm gonna pull all of this stuff into I'm gonna put all that stuff into my piggy bank. Do I have a separate? No. Alright. What we're gonna do now is go to the ocean. Because that's where this boss fight takes place. We're gonna stop by the jungle. And actually, we are gonna take a glance into the jungle. Just to see if there's any life fruit easily accessible. I'm not using a Spelunker potion, though, which makes that a little bit more difficult to see. So, yeah, this last boss we're gonna try to fight. If I win, that'll mean the end of the fishing run. I will have done it. To the extent that it can be done. Because to continue past this point would pretty much require chlorophyte. And I can't get that. Alright, well this beach is made of blood, so we're gonna go back and go to the other one. Which is not anywhere near Crimson, so it should be fine. Going through the crimson, jumping over spikes, flying up the side of a cliff. The crimson has spread quite a ways, which is somewhat concerning. But it'll be fine. I'm gonna set my spawn point at this dungeon house. And here we are at the ocean. There's a little bit that I want to do in the way of preparation first. I want to make platforms going beyond my little fishing house. Because I don't particularly want to fall in the water. Fortunately, this thing isn't fought in a very aggressive area. There's pretty much nothing in the ocean that can reach you if you are not also in the ocean. Which is nice. Make a few more platforms here. That's the edge of the world. We're definitely going to have enough platforms to reach it, which is good. Oops. Oh, hello, Zephyrfish. I'm glad you caught up. I keep messing that up. Alright. Darn it. I need there to not be any irregular gaps in the bridge. Oh, hello, slime. What's funny is that I think it would theoretically be possible for the king slime to show up. But it would pose almost no challenge now. I'm gonna turn these off so I can see myself. And really, this will be enough. It doesn't have to go all the way to the edge of the world. If I really wanted to, I could take a couple out of my my fishing house here. But I don't care that much. I'm actually gonna put away all my other bait. Because all we need... Oops. Those are some of my good bullets. Oh well. All we need is the truffle worm. Let's do this. Hello. So Duke Fishron is big, ugly, and angry. He's definitely not meant for the armor that I currently have. So I'm probably not gonna beat him. I mean, the dude summons Sharknadoes. Yeah, so that's Duke Fishron. I'm gonna need to be more prepared. Like, way more prepared. And that's not gonna happen today. It might not even happen next time. Because now I've got to find another truffle worm. So that's what we're up against. Just gonna put these back. And get this back out. Yeah, with him doing 60 or more damage per hit and moving that fast, we need more than what we currently have. But we'll get to that next time. There's going to be another Castlevania stream later. And another one tomorrow. Beyond that, I'll do another fortune cookie next week. And after that, I'm not sure. I'll be moving at the end of next week. So, the schedule might get a little bit thrown off. We'll see. Anyway, for now, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Bye, guys.